And some people have that photographic memory where they could just, I wish I could, but I can't. But so that means I took advantage of all the tools that were made available for each class, and that helped me a lot of studying.
About 50% of my online courses have had some kind of video resource. Some from the professor, others just links to YouTube or TED Talks or something like that. But I think videos from the professors, even for part of it, I think that makes a difference.
It's always good to see another perspective on the same topic. If the textbook doesn't explain it in a way that you can understand it, sometimes the YouTube video can, in a very simple, short and sweet way. So that was nice.
What is helpful with math are those other programs they provide. I think it comes with the math book, and it lets you test yourself. Well, this particular math class didn't have that, and I wished it did. Like if it had that extra, what do you call that, those programs?
My Math Lab?
Yes, thank you. My Math Lab is very, very helpful. And it should be, I think it should be provided with every math class. It's more interactive and helps you study and test yourself.
And the My Stats Lab was very nice because it would show you how to do a problem. It would walk you through it step by step and show you how to do it, and then you'd have to go back and do it yourself. So that was very helpful.
For both of the classes that I took through Kirkwood, because this professor did a great job of compiling videos and YouTube videos and clippings and articles and examples within Angel that you could link with each of her lesson plans, that I felt like I had all the material I needed right there for me. So I didn't need to Google. I very rarely Googled anything or used any other outside resource besides Angel. So I liked that it was a one-stop shop because I could get all my materials and I could email, interface with the professor, and also see my grades in one spot. And that was convenient. I liked that aspect of it. I am a textbook person. I like to have the physical, tangible, flip the page, highlight. I'm very interactive when I read. So for me, to have a Kindle is difficult, or to have all my material online. I like being able to see and spread things out, and so I prefer a textbook. But I've actually had this discussion with some of my classmates here at Iowa too, because a lot of classes are going to Kindles or just having an online access code. But I still prefer to buy the textbook.
Like I said, this last class with the managerial accounting, I think with her putting that video up of her teaching a class was helpful because it did give that extra visual aid learning type of, rather than just looking through PowerPoints and reading the book, where we all know that the books are not interesting at all. And just having that extra way of learning it with the video I thought was nice. I know it's not feasible for everybody to do that, but if they are teaching a class, have that taped and putting it online, I thought was very helpful.
But I'm not highly technological, this online learning has forced me, into that whole realm of technology and Facebook and things like that. I'm of a different generation, so I had to learn it all.
I don't do technology very well, so the My Stats Lab in stats was horrible for me, because mainly I didn't know how to run a graphing calculator, so to me statistics was a nightmare from the get-go, but that's just me personally because I had no idea how to run the technology, and that was my struggle.
I think the students that have the most difficulty with that are the ones that are less computer literate, and they're going to have a hard time when they get started no matter what. Fortunately, though, it's 2013, the people that are computer illiterate are becoming fewer and farther between. Eventually that won't even be an issue.
On the My Math Labs, they have tutorials. Every thing like that, they have tutorials to show you how to do it. You just have to have the time to make the time to look it over and be like, oh, okay, that's how that works. So once you get to know how it works, it actually is pretty nice.